A claymation artist faces a demon after her mother's loss. Ella is a claymation artist who works for her mother, Suzanne. Suzanne is a controlling mother and a filmmaker. After Suzanne goes into a coma, Ella's life becomes haunted by hallucinations. She meets a strange girl who convinces her to shoot a claymation film about a demon named Ashman. Ella starts going mental when she actually starts seeing the Ashman haunting her. Ella struggles to maintain her relationship as the Ashman gets closer and closer to her. Strap in, movie enthusiasts, it's recap time. Today, we will be recapping a horror thriller film named Stopmotion from the year 2023. So let's start. In the beginning, we meet Ella, a young woman who lives with her mother, Suzanne. Suzanne is an old claymation filmmaker who makes Ella record her films. Suzanne has arthritis in her hands. That's why she needs Ella's help with filmmaking and everything else. At night, while eating dinner, Ella mentions to her mother that she has an idea for a claymation movie, but Suzanne doesn't seem happy about it. The next morning, Suzanne is open to hearing Ella's idea, but Ella doesn't share it. The mother and daughter aren't close. Suzanne often calls Ella Puppet, undermining her as a dependent puppet. Later in the evening, Ella meets with her boyfriend, Tom, and his sister Polly in a pub. Tom creates music for a living, and Polly is a claymation artist like Ella, but Polly works in a filmmaking studio. At night, Ella stays at Tom's place and tells Tom to drop her off at her mother's because she has to finish her movie. At Suzanne's house, she wakes Ella up to shoot the film. Ella acts a bit grumpy towards Suzanne. She doesn't cut Suzanne's steak properly, so she is forced to cut it with her arthritis-prone hands. Later on, while filming the movie, Suzanne reveals that she wants to finish this movie before she passes away, so Ella should cooperate. Suzanne guides Ella on how to move the character while shooting, but she becomes aggressive with the guidelines. Suddenly, the lights go off due to scrappy wires. Ella turns on the torch and finds Suzanne on the floor, having a stroke. Suzanne is taken to a hospital, where the nurse informs Ella that Suzanne has gone into a coma. Ella stays at Tom's house now. She bathes and afterwards sees a vision of her mother on the floor turning into meat pieces. At night, Ella decides that she needs to finish her mother's last movie, so she will have to find a quiet place to film it. Tom rents Ella a studio apartment in a less populated building where she can continue to film the movie. He gives her a tour and leaves for work. While settling in, Ella runs into a little girl on the stairs. Ella resumes her work, but gets distracted because she can hear the humming of the little girl she met earlier. Ella exits the flat to check on the girl. The little girl approaches Ella and asks what she's been up to. Ella tells her she's making a film and lets the little girl into her flat. Ella shows the little girl how the claymation puppets work. The little girl asks why she is bothering to make claymation, given that it takes so much time. Ella mentions that she is passionate about it. That's why she is devoted to filming it. The little girl asks what the premise of the movie is, and Ella mentions that the story is about a Cyclops woman. The woman traded one eye with the gods so she could see her destiny, but she saw her own death. The little girl says her story sounds boring, and she should make a new one. Ella asks for suggestions, and the little girl shares her story. She tells her that there is a scared girl who gets lost in the woods, and there's someone coming after her. The girl cuts off her story and asks Ella what she's holding. Ella mentions that she's holding a mortician's wax, which is used to repair the faces of dead bodies. The girl suggests to Ella that she should create the girl from her story with this wax to make it seem real. Ella has had enough of the little girl and then sends her off. Later, Ella finds herself dreaming about standing in the forests and wakes up to all her mother's puppets being destroyed. She notices that the film setup is based on the story the little girl mentioned about the lost girl. She sees the video, which she doesn't remember shooting, but internally likes. Later, she visits her mom, who's not getting any better. She returns to the flat and finds Polly standing outside, waiting for her. Ella shows Polly her new film, which impresses Polly, so she tells her to visit her studio for a potential job. After Polly's departure, the little girl visits Ella again. Ella shows her the new film, but the girl is still not invested. She says that the puppet girl needs to look more authentic, so she finds her a meat piece and tells Ella to make the puppet girl out of it. Ella hesitates at first, feeling all disgusted, but agrees to do it after the girl threatens not to reveal the entire story. The little girl proceeds to mention that the lost girl finds a cabin in the woods and hides in it. She's running from a scary man who comes to her on 3 nights. Ella has now started filming the meat puppet. We see her film, which shows the puppet girl hiding inside a cabin where the scary man comes after her. Ella asks the girl what they should name the man. The girl suggests naming him Ashman. Afterward, Ella calls Tom, who invites her to a party tomorrow night. Later at dawn, Ella wakes up when she hears a bang on her door. She opens the door, and it's the little girl who takes her to the woods. There, she shows her a dead fox and requests that she use the fox's meat to make the Ashman. Ella feels this is getting out of hand, so she refuses. The girl says she won't share her entire story, but Ella says she will write her own and doesn't need her. The girl leaves, and Ella returns to her flat, unable to figure out what happens after the Ashman arrives at the cabin. Ella visits her mother again, apologizes for not finishing her movie, and mentions her incompetence in being unable to work without someone's guidance. Ella is facing writer's block, so she goes to Tom's party. There, she takes drugs from Polly, hoping they will inspire new ideas. The drugs kick in, and Ella starts feeling lightheaded. She notices a man smashing a bottle on another man's head. Ella sees his wound and touches it. She notices the little girl is holding her arm, controlling her like a puppet. Ella chases the girl to the woods again and agrees to use the dead fox's meat to construct Ashman. She brings the dead fox to the flat and cuts it. She creates a new Ashman from fox meat and starts to shoot the film. They try to shoot, but the building bell keeps interrupting them. Ella finally goes out to check it out. Downstairs, she sees the shoulders of the Ashman walking up the stairs. She runs inside and locks the door as the Ashman approaches her door and bangs it. After the banging stops, Ella stands up and peeps through the peephole, only to find the Ashman's eye, staring right into it. Ella faints away, and Tom wakes her up in the morning. Tom worries for her when she tells him what happened. Tom checks her laptop and mentions that she didn't see the Ashman, she just animated it. She was on drugs, that's why she hallucinated everything. She panics and goes to live at Tom's place. Later at night, she experiences sleep paralysis, where the meat puppet walks up to her and slashes open a deep wound on her thigh. Ella now visits Polly's studio, where Polly introduces her to Brett, a director. Brett assigns Ella to create 100 eyeballs for the clay puppets instead of animating. Ella starts working and takes a break after finishing her work. She finds Polly and Brett talking in a room, where she discovers Polly has stolen her new film's idea. Ella gets furious and starts destroying Polly's puppets, but Brett stops her. Subsequently, Ella visits her mom again. Ella hallucinates her mother talking to her. Suzanne still berates Ella about her ineptitude. She reminds Ella that she will always be a puppet, and once puppets are done with their play, they're put back in a box. Ella realizes her mother is still in a coma, and she was imagining it. Back at the flat, Ella is collaborating with the little girl again, who tells Ella that the Ashman returns on the second day and touches the girl in the cabin. Ella gets angry and changes the story, stating that the girl escapes. She starts shooting the film, but suddenly everything starts shaking in the flat. Ella notices the Ashman emerging from the claymation set. Ella gets petrified and turns into a small clay puppet. She runs away from the Ashman as he chases her. She sees a small opening and jumps in it to escape, but gets stuck. She pulls herself out and gets cornered by the Ashman, who implants a black egg in Ella's mouth. Ella trembles on the floor, passes out, and wakes up in the hospital. Tom arrives, and the nurse informs him that Ella has a nasty cut on her thigh. Tom was adamant that Ella is hallucinating things and that she is getting worse due to living in that flat. He decides to delete her movie and throw her stuff out of the flat. Tom leaves, and Ella sees the little girl again. They both return to the flat and break in before Tom can arrive. Ella loses control and chokes the little girl to death, only to realize it wasn't real either. The girl had convinced Ella to recreate the Ashman again, but with something more bloody. So Ella opens the stitches on her thighs and starts peeling her wound. Tom and Polly arrive at the flat and witness Ella peeling a piece of her muscle off. They intervene as Ella passes out. They head to the stairs, but Ella wakes up, kicks Polly in the face, and pushes Tom down the stairs. She attacks Polly and kills her by piercing her throat with a camera tripod. Ella walks to Tom and takes away his life by suffocating him. She drags the siblings' bodies inside and decides to make the lost girl and the ash man with their skins. She starts shooting the puppets that come to life. They start walking towards Ella as she steps back and hides in the closet. Suddenly, the real ash man enters the closet. Ella is fully lost in darkness as she scrapes her face, which has turned into wax now. She feeds her wax face to the ash man as he eats from her hand. Ella finds herself in the woods again and walks into the cabin as the little girl mentioned. There, she sees the little girl watching a video where Ella is dead on the floor. Ella realizes her part has been done, so she opens a box near her and sits in it, symbolizing her mother's words. She closes the box, and the movie ends here. I hope you liked the story recap. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Thank you for being a part of Black's Movie Recaps. If these tales of mystery and intrigue sent shivers down your spine, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Black's Movie Recap for more bone-chilling narratives. Stay tuned, and until next time, stay captivated.